Hello, everyone. As we move past the age of 60, people often say, take it easy now, rest, enjoy your golden years. But in reality, growing older isn't always as peaceful as we imagine. Many people still feel constantly tired, struggle to sleep well, become more irritable, or simply feel like they're no longer themselves. These are just normal signs of aging as we often hear. In fact, they could be early signs that your body and mind are becoming overwhelmed and worn down. Signs that, if we recognize early, can be managed and even reversed. In today's video, I want to gently walk you through 7 common signs of exhaustion in older adults. Symptoms that are often subtle, quiet, and easy to overlook. We'll take a closer look at each one, understand why it happens, and most importantly, talk about simple, practical ways to feel better again. No complicated medical terms, just down-to-earth advice you can apply in your daily life. So if you've been feeling more tired than usual, more forgetful, anxious, or emotionally drained, this video might be just what you need. Let's get started. Sign number 1. Constant physical fatigue that doesn't go away. One of the first and most common signs of deep exhaustion in older adults is a constant sense of physical fatigue, even after resting. This isn't the normal tiredness we feel after a busy day. It's different. It's the kind of fatigue that lingers from the moment you wake up, like your body just doesn't recharge overnight. You might feel heavy in your limbs, find it hard to get out of bed, or lose the energy to do even small tasks like cooking, walking, or tidying up. This type of fatigue may come from a combination of things: a slowdown in metabolism, chronic inflammation in the body, poor sleep quality, or even emotional stress that silently drains your energy. Many people brush it off, saying, "Well, I'm old now, it's normal." But no, it's not normal to feel tired all the time. Our bodies are still capable of feeling strong and refreshed, even in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, if we take the right steps. What can you do? First, check your sleep quality. Are you waking up multiple times at night? If yes, talk to your doctor. Sometimes sleep disorders like sleep apnea go unnoticed. Second, make sure you're eating enough. Many older adults unintentionally eat too little or not enough protein, which leads to low energy. Third, move your body, gently but regularly. Even a short daily walk can boost circulation, metabolism, and energy levels. And finally, don't underestimate the role of emotional well-being. Fatigue can be your body's quiet way of saying, "I feel overwhelmed," mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. If you've been feeling this kind of deep tiredness, please don't ignore it. Your body is asking for support, and the earlier you listen, the better you'll feel. Sign number 2. Persistent insomnia or poor quality sleep. Insomnia is one of the clearest signs that your body and mind may be heading toward exhaustion. As we age, it's natural for sleep patterns to change. But if you often struggle to fall asleep, wake up multiple times during the night, or feel unrefreshed in the morning, this goes beyond normal aging. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired the next day. It can affect memory, mood, immune function, and even increase the risk of chronic illnesses. For older adults, common causes of sleep problems include natural hormonal changes with age, anxiety, stress or loneliness, side effects from certain medications, health conditions like frequent urination, joint pain, or sleep apnea. Ongoing insomnia creates a silent, downward spiral. When the body can't fully recover at night, you begin each day already depleted. How can you improve sleep? First, try to maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid drinking tea, coffee, or eating heavy meals within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. limit screen time at night. Instead, try relaxing activities like soft music, reading, or light meditation to help ease into sleep. If you're taking medications or have chronic conditions, speak with your doctor to see if anything may be affecting your sleep. Sometimes, a small adjustment can make a big difference. And most importantly, if you've been experiencing sleep issues for several weeks, don't ignore it. Sleep is when the body repairs itself. Without proper rest, both physical and emotional health can quickly decline. Sign number 3. Losing interest in things you once enjoyed. One subtle but important sign of emotional exhaustion is when you no longer feel joy or excitement in the things that used to bring you happiness. Maybe you used to love gardening, cooking, listening to music, chatting with friends, or taking morning walks. But lately, those same activities feel dull. There's no spark, no sense of anticipation. This could be an early sign of depression in older adults, or simply the result of emotional burnout after carrying stress for too long without relief. Many seniors ignore this feeling or try to push it aside, thinking, "I'm just getting old, it's normal." But the truth is, growing older doesn't mean giving up joy. With the right care for your emotional health, you can still feel connected, excited, and alive. What can you do when you lose interest in life? Start small, with familiar and simple activities. You don't have to force yourself to feel happy again right away. Just gently return to things that once brought comfort. Reconnect with others. A phone call, a walk with an old friend, or a quiet afternoon having tea with family can slowly bring back warmth and meaning. Don't hesitate to seek professional support. Sometimes, just a few conversations with a counselor or therapist can help untangle the emotional knots inside. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Losing interest doesn't mean you're weak. It simply means your heart and mind are asking for care, rest, and understanding. Sign number 4. Increasing forgetfulness and difficulty concentrating. As we get older, occasional forgetfulness can be normal. But if you notice that you're forgetting things more often, losing focus easily, or regularly losing your train of thought, it may be a sign that deserves attention. Memory problems and trouble concentrating can be early signs of mild cognitive decline, a condition that may progress over time if not addressed early. However, these symptoms can also result from other factors such as long-term stress or anxiety, chronic sleep deprivation, nutritional deficiencies, especially low vitamin B12, side effects from certain medications. The problem is that many older adults assume it's just aging and miss the chance to improve the situation while it's still manageable. What can you do when memory and focus decline? First, observe when these symptoms began. Are they accompanied by fatigue, poor sleep, or emotional changes? If so, it might be part of a broader pattern of exhaustion. Train your brain daily with light, enjoyable activities. Reading, journaling, puzzles, crosswords, or memory games. Eat a balanced diet rich in brain-supporting nutrients, especially B vitamins, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants found in fish, leafy greens, and berries. Most importantly, if you notice that forgetfulness is clearly getting worse and interfering with daily life, see a neurologist or geriatric specialist early for proper assessment. Memory is the archive of your life. When it begins to fade, we risk losing our connection to ourselves. But with the right care, we can keep our memories vivid and our minds sharp for years to come. Sign number 5. Feeling lonely or disconnected even when others are around. There is a kind of exhaustion that doesn't show up as physical fatigue. It shows up as emptiness inside. You may be living with your children or grandchildren, have loved ones nearby, and yet still feel a quiet, invisible distance, like you're slowly being left behind, unheard, or misunderstood. This is called emotional loneliness, and it's far more common among older adults than we often acknowledge. It's not just a passing sadness. It's a lasting feeling that makes you withdraw, stop sharing, and disconnect from the world around you. If left unaddressed, emotional loneliness can lead to depression, memory decline, and even increase the risk of chronic illness. What can you do when you feel disconnected? First, allow yourself to speak up. Loneliness is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a natural human feeling, a sign that we long to be heard and cared for. Look for small communities where you feel comfortable: senior clubs, book groups, faith gatherings, or gentle exercise classes. Even one regular meetup a week can bring back a sense of belonging. Reach out to your family members. Younger generations are often busy, but a gentle, honest conversation can help bridge the gap and open new space for connection. If the emptiness lingers, consider talking to a therapist or counselor. Sometimes, all it takes is one compassionate person who truly listens to help ease the burden on your heart. Growing older doesn't mean fading into the background. Every person deserves connection, kindness, and love at every stage of life. Sign number 6. Irritability, frustration, or sadness without a clear reason. When the body and mind are exhausted, emotions often become harder to manage. Many older adults say things like, "I don't know why, but I get irritated so easily now," or "I snap at my loved ones even when I don't mean to." Others may not show anger, but instead become unusually quiet, sad, or disappointed in themselves, feeling useless, left behind, or as if they no longer matter. These emotional shifts are not a sign of weakness or a bad attitude. They're often the result of emotional overload after long periods of stress, fatigue, or feeling unsupported. Things like sleep problems, chronic pain, loneliness, or unspoken worries can all build up inside and eventually spill out through emotions. So what can you do? First, gently acknowledge your emotions. Don't scold yourself for being upset. Instead, ask, "Have I been too tired or overwhelmed lately?" Find healthy ways to release emotions. Write in a journal, talk to someone you trust, or take a quiet walk alone to clear your thoughts. Practice deep breathing, light meditation, or calming music every day. These simple habits can help soothe the nervous system and stabilize emotions. And if negative feelings persist for weeks and don't improve, please don't hesitate to seek professional support. You don't have to carry everything alone. Getting help is a strength, not a failure. Emotions are the voice of the soul. When we listen to them with care and respond with kindness, peace has a way of gently returning. Sign number 7. Neglecting self-care. When the body and mind are deeply exhausted, one of the most telling yet often overlooked signs is neglecting personal care. You may find yourself eating whatever is convenient, not caring about your clothes, skipping skincare or grooming routines. Some people begin to avoid bathing, going out, or even looking in the mirror. This isn't laziness. It's a quiet sign that your mental energy is depleted and you've lost the motivation to care for yourself. When you stop taking care of yourself, even in small ways, it's your inner voice saying, "I'm feeling disconnected from who I am." So how can you reconnect with yourself? First, be kind to yourself. You don't need to look perfect or be overly polished. Just start small. Comb your hair in the morning. Put on a fresh shirt. Eat regular meals. Drink enough water. Don't hesitate to treat yourself. A favorite meal, a quiet tea break with soft music, or a haircut that helps you feel refreshed. Remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's how you remind yourself, "I still matter. I still deserve love and attention." If it feels too hard to start on your own, reach out to a loved one or a counselor. With just a bit of support, things can feel lighter and more possible. Love doesn't always have to come from others. Sometimes, just choosing to care for yourself again is the first gentle step toward healing and toward rediscovering joy and gratitude in everyday life. Dear friends, these 7 signs we've explored may not all appear at once. Some people may notice just 1 or 2. Others may quietly carry several for months or even years without realizing it. No matter how they show up, the most important thing is this: when your body and mind speak, listen. Exhaustion in later life is not inevitable. It's not the end. It may simply be a gentle signal to slow down, to care for yourself more intentionally, more kindly. Remember, each day is a new chance to heal. Every deep breath is a quiet reminder that you're alive, and every small act of self-care is a step back toward peace and balance. If you are going through a time of weariness, I hope today's video felt like a gentle hand on your shoulder, reminding you that you are not alone, and that you are still so very worthy of care, starting with care for yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video has been helpful, please consider sharing it with someone you care about, because someone out there may be needing the same gentle encouragement you've received today. Wishing you strength, softness, and serenity in every step of your journey through aging.